Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Lanes Podcast. Thank you for having another listen, guys. Just before we get into the show, just want to talk to you about our new sponsor that's come on board, Books and Gifts Direct. Books and Gifts Direct is Australia's largest direct seller of books and gifts. They sell their products in lunchrooms, reception desks, and now in more than 25,000 workplaces in Australia. Their books and gifts sell up to 70% off recommended retail price, and as the largest direct seller of books and gifts across Australia, they have a strong buying power, and without the overheads of a shop front, they can afford to pass on significant savings. So guys, if you want to take a look at this, the link will be below in the description. But guys, let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into the show. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Lanes Podcast. On today's episode, we have him back, Markus, Racine. New way we're going to call it Cash or Credit. So this is the Cash or Credit show with Racine. Let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's get straight into the show. Welcome to another episode of the Lanes Podcast. All right, we're back. Markus, what's going on, man? How are you?
Not much, my friend. How are you?
Mate, very good. Freedom Day as we're recording this on, as, you know, some people might call it.
Freedom Day for some.
Very good. Very good day so far. Very good day so far. Had a lot of fun. But we'll get into it. All right, so we're going to go into our Cash or Credit, the new show. We've derived that from our good friend Coach Chrissy. Can't be called Coach anymore. It's probably going to be called The Intern.
The Intern?
The Intern, yeah. He put us onto the name of it, so Cash or Credit. I don't know if it's been this or that, but that's our name. Good story you got today about Freedom Day. There's been a lot of releases today, hasn't there? Especially in Sydney. If you guys aren't from Sydney, we're out. So now what's happening? What's happening with all the sneaker releases?
So basically anything that's been released during lockdown is now releasing today, basically, and like a bunch of JD Sports, a bunch of Foot Lockers. I personally am not double vaxxed yet. No anti-vax.
Yeah.
Just more like just put it off for too long and now I'm suffering the consequences.
Absolutely you are.
Yeah, but this morning, you know, I got wind.
Yes.
The chats with JD was actually dropping all the stuff that they had.
Yeah.
And so I woke Connor up.
What they have?
UNC Dunks, Spartan Dunks, UNC 4s, Fire Red 4s, a bunch of Dunk Highs, Photon Dunk Lows, which are hot shit. Anyway,
nice.
I woke Connor up and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, and I was like, fuck.
Connor's your brother for people that don't know.
Connor's my brother. And I was like, oh, any plans today? He's like, nah. I was like, fuck. You want to go to JD Sports? He's like, nah. I was like, come on. Chatted to him for like 15 minutes. Anyway, he's like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. No, this dude, by the way, knows nothing about shoes. Get him to JD Sports, give him my card, give him a list. Send him in. He's texting me. He's like, what the fuck do I say? How do I get this shit? I hate this. Like, gets there. He's like, if the line's too big, I'm not going. I'm coming back. I was like, all good. Gets there. Line's like probably 30 people long, but no line outside the store. Yep. Only inside the store. So I was like, just fucking jump in line. And I was like, oh, have you asked the people to reserve your shoes? He's like, what? I was like, yeah, when you go in, you should got to talk to people and you reserve 3 pairs of shoes.
That's actually good that they can do that.
Which is different to Bankstown, because Bankstown, it was just like,
we went
fingers fucking crossed and wait to get to the front and
just basically dealer's choice.
Take your pick of the litter. Yeah, 3 pairs, which is fucking a lot of pairs of shoes, by the way. 3 pairs per person.
Yeah, well, I went to Foot Locker today at Hurstville, and then because you told me that they might have some pairs, and I went there for personal. I'm not a reseller right now, and I went for personal. And they didn't really have anything personally I wanted. I did get a pair of Air Max Pluses, which I was lucky to get, but I'm not even too sure if I'll hold on to them. I'm not too sure. If worse comes to worse, I'll just take them back to one of the stores.
Yeah.
But I got them, and then I got you a pair of the, what ones?
Fog Mids.
Yeah, the Fog Mids, and then I got one of my mate's sons. I got him a pair of TNs. So I didn't really care. They had what the best ones I thought they had were the Team Red Jordan Lows. If they had them in my size, which was men's, I would have bought them for myself. But they only sell them fucking women's
only.
And we'll touch on to that later because that's one of the topics in this show. But yeah, no, I went there. It was crazy to see. There was just people just from 9 a.m. just looping. They just bought like 10 pairs, and I couldn't believe it. And the craziest part was they had Mocha ones there. If people don't know what they are, they're probably one of the best shoes that come out in the past 10 years of a Jordan.
I agree.
And they came out. I was super shocked they had them.
Mate,
they had a pretty decent size run of them too. So that was weird. So there was heaps of people there, which was really cool to see. And, and then it was a bit, then I'm just like, oh, fuck resellers. But I'm like, at the end of the day, you make your money. You could be selling fucking worse shit. But yeah.
Fucking oath.
But no, it was cool. And then go on with your story, sorry.
Yeah, and then he gets in there and I basically find out that everything I sent him in there to buy is gone.
Gone.
disaster, fucking disaster.
Disaster, man.
So he rings me and he's like, fuck, like, what do I do? And then he goes, I just spoke to this lady, and I was like, oh yeah, perfect. What do you get? And he's like, nah. She comes up to me and she goes, hey, like, what are you looking for? And he was like, fuck, I don't know, like dunks. And she was like, oh, she goes, what's a dunk?
Oh, jeez.
Connor goes, yeah, like a Nike dunk. And she goes, no, I don't know what they are. Like, you'll have to go grab them for me.
First off, how do you not know what a Nike dunk is if you're
working at JD, bro?
On a release day, too.
My same question. Apparently, you should know anything.
You'd have to know that. You'd have to know.
Anything.
You would hope so.
And so Connor's been linked up with the only person in a radius of about 200 meters that doesn't know anything about shoes, and he's freaking out. And I was like, no, just ask a guy. And
he would have been hanging for a dart.
Oh, he said after, I was like, I'll buy you breakfast. He's like, yeah, I need a dart. I was like, perfect. Anyway, I was like, just go ask another dude. So he goes out of the line, loses his spot, goes and asks this dude, and he's like, hey, bro, I need dunks. And this guy's like, nah, all dunks sold out. And Connor's like, fuck, you got Jordans? And the guy's like, yeah, about 400 pairs. And Connor's like, yeah, true, fuck. You got Jordan 1 low grays. I was like, fuck, I could hear him on the phone. I was like, no, I was yelling on the phone. And I was like, asking him. And then at this point, by the way, I got out of the car and I'm walking past JD to have a look. Because I was like, if I can see what there is, we're chilling. And I was like, tell him you want a pair of black and white highs, the biggest size they got.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, got him. And I was like, fuck, thank God. And I was like, tell him you want the blue highs, biggest size. He's like, yep. And then Connor goes, yeah, that's it apparently. That's it. And the guy's like, yeah. And then Connor's lining up, and I was a bit bummed because I was like, that's 2 good shoes. But I was like, not major profits there. And I was a bit bummed. And then Connor sends me a photo. I'm back at the car now. He sends me a photo of the Wolf Grey Lows. He's like, do you want these? I was like, yes, 100, any size. And Connor's like, oh, sweet. I just got the last pair.
Oh, fuck.
Last pair in store. So at the last pair in store, came back, chuffed, so chuffed with himself. And he goes, I'm fucking nuts at this thrifting thing. I was like, thrifting thing? He's like, yeah, I'm nuts. Talked my way. And I was like, yeah. So good start to the day for us.
Just a fly on the wall of him looking to buy shoes. Fuck.
And he was wearing boots, like steel cap brown boots. He's like baggy black jeans and a button up.
Was he going to work?
No, he's just cruising. And I was like, that's what he chose to wear. And I was like, these JD cats would have been like, who the fuck is this?
Isn't he be wearing your dunks, the Nike ID dunks?
Yeah, he wants to buy them off me. 200. I think I'll sell them to him because he's got no fucking shoes. But my God. It's just so funny. He's like, and then afterwards he's like, you should have heard me in that king shit talking about it. I was like, shut up, you moron.
Fuck, that would have been so good to see. Because he's all over the shop. He would have been all over the shop.
He is all over the shop. He comes out and was so happy with himself. He's like, look how much I got. I was like, nice job, man.
That is a good story about to start off. That is good.
Good start to the Freedom Day for me, even though I'm not vaxxed.
Because I went in there and I didn't know you can only get 1 pair at Full at the time. So they had the Cobalt, right?
Dunks, yeah.
Dunk low. So I was like, yeah, I'll get a pair of them, bro. Whatever size you got, give me the biggest size. Because I was going to get them to you. And then there was those Jordan 1 mids that you wanted. So I was like, yeah, I'll get them for him too. And then I'll go up to the registry. He's like, oh, so what one do you want? I'm like, oh, I'll get them both. He's like, no, you can only get one at a time. So I got the fog.
That is skint, by the way.
Well, apparently because they have a black tag on them. They're exclusives only or some shit. But I tell you what, I think 80% of the shoes in there had this black tag on there. I'm telling you, every TN had them, and I don't know if every TN's like a fucking limited release.
No, they're not.
Most of the Jordans did. I understand the dunks.
Dunks for sure.
I don't understand Jordan 1 mids, but like in saying that, people fucking they sell pretty well.
I only understand that for the Wolf Grey mids.
Yeah,
Wolf Grey mids and Wolf Grey lows. Everything else, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, so I was like, oh, I'll get those fog ones, and he's like, all right, and then go back in line. I'm like, do you have the Cobalts? It's like, nah, they're gone.
Oh, you should have got them first.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know because I thought the fog ones.
I feel bad.
More. I don't really care. And then I was like, oh, sweet, whatever, dude. And then I was like, oh, well, do you have these tans I could try them? He's like, yeah, bro. So I got them, tried them on. I was like, I'll buy them. Worst comes to worst, I can sell them or I can return. And then he's like, oh, all right. And he's like, oh, if you want something else, you're going to have to go back because they're a fucking thingo too. They're a, what's his face? Got
a black tag exclusive or whatever.
I was like, all right, whatever. So I went back, got my mate, son, some TNs. But like, just all those people going in there, I just couldn't understand.
How long was the line?
I wasn't that long. It was about 10 minutes each time you had to wait, which is pretty easy. And then, like, I just looked at everything.
Did you carry your Foot Locker bags back into the store?
Yeah.
That's fucked.
They let you do that, which is weird. I'm just like, I get because that way, you know, some reseller can just go in there, he can just buy 10, 15 pairs.
Yeah, well.
And he can just basically take off. What I reckon it should be 1 pair per shoe model.
Like, that's what Bankstown, right? You could get 1 dunk, one Jordan or you get one whatever.
That way, first off, everything would sell much quicker. It'd get the hype out of the way, and then regular customers can come in.
Yeah.
But like in saying that, and you'd make the same amount of money. You probably make, if not more, because then when regular people go in, they might look to buy something else.
Yeah. I know that.
But it does. It's hard.
What time do you reckon you got to Hurstville?
Like I was there at 12:40, 12:50.
Yeah, so by then, the guy that owns the cook group I'm in low key, he'd been there since 9, looping since 9.
Yeah.
So he cleaned like Mockers, UNC lows, UNC fours, top 4 low. Like he had just, him and a few mates probably just cleaned the whole.
Which is crazy.
Which is fucked. He would have made thousands and thousands of dollars today.
That's fucked. If you can do it, do it. But fuck.
I mean, he had the info.
It's funny how I just don't understand how the info gets out, but that's a question.
That's a whole other story.
But we'll get into the show.
All right, here we go.
Get into the show. October releases. Any good ones right now that's coming out or that have come out previously in the month of October? Because you were talking to me, it was a bit of a slow month compared to other months.
Shit, yeah.
I think this Freedom Day, especially in New South Wales, jumped it up a little bit more.
For sure.
But anything coming out at the moment?
Like, honestly, it's still slow. Like, Jordan 4 Lightnings are coming out this month, but most of the raffles are kind of done now. Then there's Jordan 4 Shimmers, which are like a pinky nude.
Yep.
Suede.
Kind of like Kitty's Off-White 4.
Exactly, Kitty's Off-White 4. Women's only. And then these came out. These Patta Air Max 1s.
I like
which
them.
are kind of sick,
I
man.
like them a lot, the Patters.
Yeah, they haven't released in Australia yet.
I saw them. I didn't know what they were, but I do like them.
They're sick. There's a blue colour coming out, like a light blue, where that is. Way more kitties.
I think the Air Max 1's one of the best Air Maxes ever made.
I couldn't agree more.
It's not as hyped in Australia. In America, it's a little bit more hyped.
Apparently, Europe's the
vibe,
Air Max 1 capital.
Well, trainers. That's what they call them over there.
Fucking knows.
So, like, any type of Air Max, especially in London, fuck.
Kitties.
It's crazy. Like, TNs go off there too. Like, it's not really, like, in America, there's no real vibe for TNs.
Nah, no vibe.
Just an Air Max or a Jordan or a Dunk right now.
100%.
But yeah, any more October releases at the time?
There's been like a bunch of GRs, like a bunch of green toe Jordan lows, and there's been a lot of Culture Kings raffles, though, I will say. Like, there's been a bunch of Dunks. Basically, all women's only except for Pandas, which I want a pair of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fingers crossed.
That's
fingers crossed they get to me. And then, bro, I've been telling you and Chris to sign up to this Shop Nike thing.
Yeah.
I
don't even know what it is.
It's literally, I'll show you after the show. You literally just chuck your email in and sign up and pick a store, right? So you pick George Street because that's the biggest one in Sydney. And like every now and then they just send you like an email being like, yo, register for your chance to win this thing. And they've done a bunch of stuff recently. They did like Jordan 12 twists.
Okay,
the white and black. Literally just a taxi. Yep. They do Panda lows.
Well, I got the taxi sitting at home. They haven't worn them for yonks.
They're kind of kitties.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the 12s, but
I'm not a big fan of 12s.
They're big.
You know what, but they are comfortable. They have really good comfort, especially in the heel.
I'll take your word.
Which is weird. Which is, you wouldn't think. They look like boots to me.
They look like something Connor would wear.
Yeah.
Boot gang.
Boots. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan. I only got them when I was a kid because I was a kid. But they still fit me now. They're still a size 13. Because when I was in year 10, I was a 13. And now I've just, my foot stopped.
In year 12, I was a 12, and now I'm a 10.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
No, Chris, intern, he'll back me up on this. My foot has shrunk. 100%. 100% shrunk. And we Googled it, me and my mum. My mum's like, impossible. I said, no, let's Google it. Impossible. Yeah. Didn't find a single source that, says, yep, foot can shrink. But 100%. I used to have Converse with size 12, and now I'm at a 10.
And they're big
True
Max
10.
Converses too.
Yeah.
They're big Max Converses.
Ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah, but also coming up this month, I know the Drake, what are they called? The Air Steppers?
Yeah, the fucking, like the white, the all white.
Yeah, I want them. I want them bad. A lot of people don't like them. Think they look like the K-Swisses, but I like them. And that could be biased, which has a factor. Has a factor.
Could be biased.
Has a factor.
Yeah.
No, but fucking, I like them. I reckon they look clean.
These are all upcoming.
I tell you what, they'll pop off in Europe.
Fucking oath.
They'll pop off in Europe.
I'll pop off everywhere. I reckon they'll be pretty exclusive. Plus, anything associated with Drake's probably going to sell.
Yeah, like
basically all knock to shit sells. So.
Like if I can get a pair, I'll get a pair. I'll try to get 2 pairs. One to wear, one to keep, and then wear.
One to rock, one to stock, baby.
Yeah, but I won't sell them ever. I actually think they look good in certain colorways. Chat. The all whites is the nicest colorway.
All white's hot.
I think they look clean. That's my opinion.
I haven't seen any on-feet pics though.
Yeah.
So I'd be curious. These are coming out soon.
Yeah, those dunks are nice.
They're hot. They look like dunks. Chris at the best, like a Kitty's medium curry.
They are a bit, all leather. I actually really like them.
They're men's.
And they are men's.
They're men's.
So this is what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about this, and I asked Chris this too. I said, what's the deal
with airplane
with
food.
Dunks. Yeah, airplane food. With Dunks coming out only in women's sizes, and a lot of these colorways that come out are fucking clean.
Yeah.
Like those ones. Like,
do you like
even
the Bordeaux,
Jordans.
the maroon ones?
Yeah.
They're women's only.
You know, like all these women's ones. Where like me, I'd buy it if I could
100%.
get them. If if they were, if it was easy to get, I would get them. Why do you think that?
I don't know, but I like the biggest size they make in the women's is a women's 12.
Yeah, and sometimes
10.5 men, so you've got no
no,
shot.
I'm a 13. Sometimes in certain shoes, like if you go on StockX, like if they sell in the US, 14.5 women's is size 13.
That's a big fucking shoe, though, isn't it?
Still, like it's just so hard to get.
Yeah.
Like the Jordan 3s, the
A mum and yes.
I can get them.
You can get
13,
them.
but I'm too small. The Jordan 3s, they're too small.
Someone was selling a 13 in low key actually for like $750, which is a good fucking price.
It is a good price, but I'm just like, it's just like what pisses me off with that, because a lot of these shoes that come out, they're kiddies. You know, those tan ones you just showed me are kiddies. All these Dunks that come out in women's are kiddies.
Kiddies.
And Chris said to me, he said, colorways like that they say women's only, usually women only would buy them because women have a different color palette compared to men. Where men sometimes, if they find something like a black, white, grey, neutral colours, they'll stick to it, or a red or a blue, certain colours. They'll stick to it. Girls, they'll wear basically anything.
Yeah.
But the way I look at it, I find that wrong, because this might be contradicting, but I'll wear basically very simple shirt and shorts or pants, but I'll let my shoes do the talking.
Shoes do the talking, yeah.
Like my shoes will be like popping, and I'll just wear different types of shoes, and that's what pisses me off with me, because like, especially as a big footer too, like even like if it's women's and I was like a size 8, there's no problem because I can fit into them.
Yeah, fuck.
But like that pisses me off where you just can't get them. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I can only get I can only get some.
There was one pair that I really wanted that was just women's, like Team Red Jordan 1s lows. They're women's.
They're sick. Brookie's got a pair.
Like I would cop them.
Yeah.
You know, like all these colorways, I just don't get it.
Chris tried them on,
Yeah,
Did he tell you?
Yeah, he's like, I liked them a lot.
They could be on.
Yeah, but I don't see him buying a pair.
I don't know.
It's funny. He's funny.
He's funny with shoes.
He's funny with shoes, isn't he?
A week ago, he told me he had no money, and then today, he's like, I was like, you have extra cash, PS5. He's like, I got extra cash. I was like, about 2 weeks ago, he said fucking no cash. Anyway.
He's funny.
I digress.
He's a funny cat, isn't he?
He's a special cat. Oh, coach, he's a special man.
He loves it.
Yeah, I have no idea about women's exclusive. I think also they were probably designed 12 months ago, back when maybe not as many men were wearing
that's the thing. They're
cool
12
colours.
to 18 months, like they already got shoes coming out.
100%.
And that's the annoying part. Like if they, like, no, I don't understand it. I don't understand it, because like I would put them out in unisex, because that way, because some women might have big feet too.
Yeah, the only problem with that would be is like if a girl really wants them and she's a 4.5 men's. It's like, it's not how many 4.5 men's is Nike making? Like, what are you making? 4 to 14. That's 20. That's 20 pairs with half sizes. That's a lot of fucking shoes. Like,
it is.
But I get some of them, like those Jordan 4 shimmers, if anyone looks them up, they look like a women's colorway. Like, I'm not mad that they're women's. Like, if I really wanted them, then maybe I could get them.
Absolutely. Like, and there's certain colorways and shoes that will just be women's.
Dunks are tough, though, because almost any dunk with the color blocking of, like, a color and white, I would imagine anyone would wear.
Yeah.
Like, Jordan 4 shimmers that are basically all nude and pink, get it. But, like, a dunk that's, like, white and grey, or a dunk that's white and blue, or white and purple, or white and pink, like, I don't know. Anyone's going to wear those.
And, like, the thing is, we would wear purple.
We would wear purple.
I don't know if everyone would wear purple, but I get it. I do get it. And it's just good. It's just good because I think there'd be a lot of people that would think that too. I think that, because I find it interesting, because obviously from a from a profit standpoint, obviously women's.
Yeah.
But like I would buy a lot of these dunk lows that came out, or women's shoes in my color, in my size, if I could get them.
Bro, they're a good example. The wolf grey lows,
yeah,
they're hot shit.
They're clean. They're simple.
Hot.
They're easy.
Translucent sole, basically all neutral colours, white and grey. Like, fuck.
Like,
I think I would wear them, and
they should be
women's only.
Everyone should wear them.
I think the biggest size you can get in them is a 12 women's.
Yeah, like heaps of people would wear them.
Yeah,
like
Juice would 100%. I was literally about to say Juice would wear the shit out of them.
Juice would wear them in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
if you ask me, but that's just my opinion.
13.5 women's.
13.5 women's. Yeah. We'll move on. What's been selling good for you at the moment? Because you are my only friend that's a reseller.
What's been selling well? Neutral grey lows have sold well. I had 7 pairs, all sold now, which is good.
Yeah,
didn't make a bunch of money, but doesn't really matter. Like, I'm kind of in the mindset now if I don't really want to hold anything.
But at least you sold them.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Out of the way, bang.
Sell and reinvest.
Exactly.
PS5s have been selling. I know
That's an interesting one.
people are going to hate to hear that. I know
that's
that I'm
interesting
scalping PS5s.
PS5 is like, what was it? You said like the chip that they got. It's like
Yeah, there's shortage in the chip which runs them, which everyone was assuming that by now, they've been out for like 3 years almost now, like since the very first stock, and everyone assumed that they'd be non-resellable anymore. But because there's so little stock and there's a shortage in the chip, which is why there's so
they've
little
been out
stock.
for 3 years.
Bro, Google when the first PS5 came out. They came out ages ago. People have been reselling PS5s for so long now. Xbox Series X are a bit of a low-key cook. Like, they're still resellable for sure, but not as much. Like, the demand's way less for them. No.
Yeah, they came out in November.
Okay, fuck, I'm making shit up. They came out in November
Well,
last
it's
year.
basically a year from now.
12
It's
months.
nearly a year now.
Is that really when they came out?
Yeah,
Fuck.
because I remember I had my backstory. My old man loves playing games. He's a gamer, all right. And I said to my old man, I said, look, I want to get the PS5. I said we can both share it. We'll use it. I'll buy it, and because that way I'll know I'll have it. He's like, yeah, right, no worries. Because he only really plays games like 2 weeks out of the year or 3 weeks out of the year because he's always working.
Small-time gamer.
So he just fucking, when he does it, he pumps it out and he buys 4 or 5 games. You've got to get someone sorted.
No, I'm trying to get you.
Anyway, so I'm in there and I'm trying to buy a PS5, and I've seen it. They come out on 12th of November, so I'm like, all right, sweet. But they had it, so, and I went on to Sony. I said, sign up for this, and then you'll be able to have pre-exclusive access to be able to buy PS5. Not guaranteed this is that. Anyway, went on at the date, and I was able to get it. And I was like, Dad, I'm going to buy it. He's like, oh, just wait a little bit. I was like, no, I'm not waiting. So I went to buy it, and he's like, don't get it. He's like, I'll buy it. I was like, are you sure? He's
Uncle
like, yeah.
Joe.
Anyway, I waited 2 hours, and then it sold out in Sony. And I was like, Dad, they're selling out. And I went into Target. And he's like, all right, just buy it. He's like, you just buy it. I was like, all right. So I went into Target and bought it. I was like, sweet. Confirmed. Right? I was like, sweet. Then I got an email 2 days later that said, sorry, we didn't have enough stock. It was false concern. And I was like, are you fucking serious?
Gone.
So I couldn't get one now. They're so hard to get. And you know what the worst thing is? I tell Juice, I said, hop on this now, get it. He hops on, buys it, gets it on the release day. I was just like, this is fucked.
It's classic Juice.
And he barely uses it too.
Just sitting there.
Yeah. Which is no shock. Because he's just the type of cat that just wants it because he wants it.
He just wants the newest kit, don't you, Juice?
So yeah, I had the PS5. The PS5 selling well.
PS5s are selling very well. Digitals are selling very well. There's going to be some controversy from the PS5 selling, I'll be honest. There's a reason I haven't posted PS5s on anything of my personal because, people are going to feel however way they're going to feel. But what I say to people,
But
like
heaps of people would be selling them.
Well, I've done posts on Facebook before, and like people have commented to me and like, this is so dirty. Like, why are you doing this? Like, make your money somewhere else. And I'm just like, well, I have the same information as you.
Yeah.
Like, if you really wanted to go on, I know people that have no idea about reselling, no idea about anything that have got them because they just fucking ring.
Yeah.
They ring EB Games all the time like, yo, do you have pre-orders? Yo, do you have pre-orders? Yo, do you have pre-orders? And eventually, if you really want, you can get one. But like all these people are just so lazy. They don't want to do any work. So they're just like, fuck, I'll just buy one for $300 over retail, which makes me happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't care what you do. If you can sell something for over retail and people are stupid enough to buy it, that's their fault. That's their problem, right? That's their prerogative. You know, it doesn't matter. People will do that. If you can make money, make money.
100%. That's why I tell everyone.
Legally. It's not illegal. Like, it's not like you're selling, like...
Not selling drugs.
You know, you're not doing that. You're selling something...
Not yet. But.
Yeah, no, it's a service that someone wants.
Yeah, 100%.
But I don't think it's a problem. If people want to get the shits about it, they get the shits about it. What are they going to do? Who are they going to call up?
No one.
I can't call up.
They have this. I'm telling you, anyone that's if you're grumpy about me selling PS5s, start ringing your local EB Games, asking when they're going to have them in, ask if you can put your name down for pre-order and you can get one. Yeah, it's really, exactly. It's not that hard. You might have to wait. You might have to wait a couple of weeks, but my God, it's not that hard. Or I have one more digital if anyone wants to buy it.
No, they are selling well. I've got another more question. I said we'll talk about a bit more of the Yeezy stuff. All the Yeezys coming out. You think it's just getting saturated now?
Yes.
Like, because I haven't seen you ever get Yeezys and resell them.
I got my first pair off the Adidas app.
Like, I just think that they're like... So, the way I looked at it, 2015 was the hype of Yeezy. So, the hype...
350 hype.
So, when he's gone straight... So when he's gone from Nike to Adidas, the first 350 I lined up for, tried to get him, didn't get him, they ran out. And that's when I saw them, like, really, like, that was when they had the Turtle Doves. Like, the Turtle Doves for me is the best.
V1s, the OG.
They're the best one that come out for me, the Turtle Dove. Just for me, because it's the OG.
That's OG, yeah.
Like, I think the V2s are probably the easiest, the cleanest ones to wear in certain colorways. Like, I got a pair of the V2 Oreos. So
Hot.
with the white stripe.
Black,
Yep, with the
white stripe.
And they sell it for kiddies now. And I didn't even know. Like, they're selling
Yeah.
for big. But, like, that was the peak of Yeezy. Like, that was the peak of Yeezy for me. And I remember when I got a pair of white Yeezys, like, for retail.
The creams?
Yeah, really easy. I'm like, well, this is basically dying because everyone can get them. But still, like, there's still hype to them, but I just think it's dying. Like, and the more and more they put out, the less and less there's going to be a return for them.
They're definitely dying. I would say I got my first. I was actually thinking about this. Funny, like a few weeks ago, I was thinking about how I'd never got a Yeezy, and I was like, "Fuck, I wonder if I'll ever get one." Because slides and
The slides go for a good while.
foam runners
Yeah.
are like really easy to sell. Like they're real low retail. I think the retail on slides is like $80.
Yeah.
But like I was like, "Fuck, I wonder if I'll ever sell a 350." And then Adidas was doing exclusive access on the Adidas app. And all you had to do was just wait to get picked, basically, and then you had the chance to purchase them. And I got these, and I went home. I got these Yeezy 350 fades.
Okay.
Pretty ugly,
They are
in my opinion. But I got a size 11, which even if I sell it now on StockX, let's see how much fucking profit it is. So it's like $59 profit
Yeah.
just for selling on StockX. And I was like, and I was actually tentative about buying it because I was like, oh, do I really want to? Risk this much money, but you know, it's a pretty easy sell.
Yeah, because I don't. The way you look at $59 now, if that came out 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that's probably 500.
Shit, yeah.
You know,
back
like,
when
it's crazy how much it's died, and then I just think it's because it's saturation,
100%. And Yeezy did say at the very side he wanted everyone in the world to have a pair of Yeezys.
which I like. I actually like that because now it gives everyone that wants a chance to get them. Because back in the day, like one of my mates, Mossy, like he likes shoes, but he doesn't know how to get them. Like I took him to his first sneaker release, this that, like, and I don't really know how to get Yeezys like that. But when I was back into it, I was like, yeah, I got to go City, got to go raffle, you got to do this that. Now, it's just like if you want them, you can really get them if you really want them.
Yeah, I would honestly say they're still hard to get. Like I can't just get
No, which is fair, but like
350s.
if you want to go on the raffle, you can raffle them. Like you can have a good chance of getting them.
And
There's so many raffles nowadays.
Yeah, they're doing again. While I'm in the podcast, anyone wants any quick tips, I'm happy to dish a bit of knowledge. But if you download the JD Sports app, the Adidas app, that's about it. Those two, if you just check them once every few days, JD have raffles for dunks.
Yeah.
Literally every 2 or 3 days. All you do is you put your name and number and your size you want, and you sign up for the raffle. If you win, then you get a pair of dunks for retail. And Adidas are the same. They'll do like a few weeks ago they had bricks, but they had those Yeezy basketball shoes, the Quantums. They had them on there, and then they had the Mauve V2s.
Yep.
Which are like sick. Like I'd honestly have a pair for personal, but again, if you want them, they're just on the app. You just sign up for the raffle. If you get lucky, you get lucky. Like that's a pretty easy way to start, buying and selling shoes.
But I like that Yeezy, like Kanye's come out. It's like if you want them, you can get them. And I don't know if you saw this, but it was a couple months ago. Apparently, they might be doing retros of the Nikes. If that's a thing,
I hope they don't.
If that's a thing, I hope they do.
I hope they don't.
Because if I'd be able to get a pair of them, they're the best Yeezy ever made. The Yeezy 2s, they're the best
Like
Yeezy.
Red October.
Yep, the Platinums, the black one. I don't know what the names are.
I know the black ones. Cool.
I think the black ones are the best ones. If they come out, I will try to get them. Like if they're a rack, I'd buy it for a rack, like for $1,000. Like they're nice shoe, man.
That's crazy talk.
Well, they go for like 12, 15 grand now. It's like
Red
maybe
October's
more.
are up around there, yeah.
Like it's fucked how crazy they go for. But like I like that he's come out with Adidas and he wants to put out more. And
He's pumping them out. He's pumping the colorways out.
It is good, and they still resell this that, but like it's not as much. Like
no way.
It's easier to get a Yeezy in today's era than 10 years ago.
You also have to be selective of sizes now. Like back in the day, you could buy any size and know you were going to be sweet. You could buy 13 or a 4, and they're going to be sweet.
Yeah.
Now it's really you've got to be aiming for like 4.5, between 7 and 4.5. Like for men's sizing, you'll go for those base sizes, or you go for like 11, 12, 13.
Yeah.
But like 8, 9, 10, it's just there's no money.
No.
Literally no money. And the demand's gone down heaps as well because I feel like anyone that really wants one has either got one that looks exactly the same, just a slight hue off, or doesn't want it easy.
No, absolutely.
Like,
Which is fair. I mean, to each their own. Like, now there's way more stuff now that's coming out that's just Yeezys. Like, Dunk's taking over the game.
I'm not hyped
really.
on Yeezys, I'll be honest. I don't really want a pair of Yeezys.
Like, Dunk's taking over the game right now.
100%.
What do you reckon the best 3 colorways to come out of the Dunks? Like, we'll go this past year. Because there was a couple last year.
Medium curries.
Yep.
Mine, Spartan Greens.
Yep.
And UNC's probably.
Yeah, because the Pandas are probably the most consistent like to wear.
The Pandas have sold the most amount of. They've been the most sold shoe on StockX in the last 12 months by like thousands of units apparently.
Which is good because
that's crazy.
like it's good that Nike's actually making more and more.
Mm.
You know, because like there's so many like every fucking 2 weeks you tell me there's a restock of the Pandas.
There is, yeah.
So it's good like that. Like everybody can like.
They're still holding their price though,
which is crazy because I think that they're just going to be I think they're basically going to be a steady like. They're an Air Force technically in the sense where there's heaps of them coming out, but they're staying to that price.
I think they're going to go up.
Yeah,
They'll stop restocking them soon, and then.
Well, I stopped wearing mine for a bit, just so I can just like if I ever want.
You want
but I never will because like I like wearing my dunks like that. Like I never will, but like I just think they're a kiddie shoe.
Have you seen the price of UNCs for your size?
No.
UNCs your size are going to be like. Before I look, I'm going to guess 13 is like $600.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy. Like we got them April, April something like that. Might have a bit of wear on them. Like the heel drags a bit.
600.
The heel drag's the only bad part. So the back.
But again, if I'm buying now, bro, that's $636 for yours.
With all my sneakers, like the back of my heel to the side, if you're on the left side, the left. If you're on the right, there's always my shoes always have a little bit of wear in that. It must just be how I walk.
How you walk, yeah.
But like I'm never going to sell them.
That's crazy though. I sold my pair for $380 and I thought I was balling, bro.
Should have kept them.
Sure, I was balling. Now that my size is like $520.
I don't know why.
Cooked.
Like you, Chrissy, and Brooklyn. I think you should have kept both of those pairs because I was the only one out of them all to keep the UNCs. I'm like, nah, I'm going to keep these ones. These are hot. And then when we got the Pandas, I got them for a birthday present for Mossy.
Yeah,
shouldn't have because he's fuck that dude. I gave them to him for that, and then that started his sneaker craze.
He's got medium curries now. Fuck you, Moss.
Yeah, but he didn't buy them. Tay got them for him. But he also got Revenge Storms. I don't know if you got that. I don't know. He got some Revenge Storms.
Did he get the Velcro ones in the end?
Yeah, the Velcro greens.
They're kind of
like they're clean.
They're
shit quality. The Revenge Storms,
but they're hot though.
They're nice, and that's his style. The Vans.
He loves the Vans. He loves the Connie Low too.
Vans is his style. Like dunks for me. Like if I didn't get in these dunks, he probably wouldn't have got the medium curries.
Mate,
then I'm going to put that out there. He's going to say no, I loved them, this that, because Dylan had them, Dillbags had them. But he can either say this or that. He's full of it.
No shade on Mossy. I love you, Moss.
No, shut up. But yeah, now we'll also go, what's your next personal pair that you're looking to get? Because I've got a couple pairs that I really want.
I'm trying not to keep any.
Yeah, but like...
I told Brooklyn I wouldn't buy any more personals, but I would say... Like, are we talking like...
like that, not...
Like pair that I might actually get, or just pair that I really want?
Pair that you might actually get. Like I'll give people an example. Like I want to get a pair of TNs. Like just the all-white TNs.
Hot.
Like they're easy to get. Like,
they're easy to get.
Or StockX, like I want to get these 990 V3s to give Genesis. Like they're something I really want, and I think I can get them pretty easily. I just got StockX, so I can get them like that.
Yeah.
Like they're 320.
That's not that. That's pretty.
Which is pretty good.
That's pretty cheap for a kid collab.
And they're 180 US retail, but you couldn't get them in Australia. So 180 is like 250. So it's not heap going up for.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I would say. Fuck. I'll probably end up keeping another dunk.
Yep.
Like I don't know what color it is or whatever, but I'll probably end up keeping a dunk, whether it's a UNC or a medium curry or. I really want a suede dunk.
Yeah. So basically like
a curry or one of the off-white.
Off-white?
The off-white, the lot.
Oh, in the 50s, yeah.
10 to 20 and 30 to 40 are suede.
Are they reselling for a good price?
Not as much as you thought because they released
50 of them.
Fucking 50 pairs. So I think you can get a pair for $500.
It's not too bad.
Which is like pretty insane.
What's the most? Is the one that sells the most with basically like that yellow midsole?
Number 1 and 50 sell the most. One is like all white with like a cream base and black's all. I mean, 50's all black.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
They're the two that are the white's like $1,400. It's fucked. I really like lot 4, but it's like the grey with like light pink hues, but it has a black tongue, which I'm not a fan of. But I want a suede one. So I think my next...
No, the suedes are nice, and especially it's that suede where if you really want to, you can rip it off.
Yeah, and they're going to... Well, also, apparently they age way better than leather pairs. Like my green pairs, the crease on the toe box
is... Yeah, they're fucked. The way you get it,
cooked.
You have to iron them out.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that before every wear. Like,
you can't do that everywhere. That's why I don't wear my dunks as regular. Like my regular pair, I'll wear Vans. Like I just got these slip-ons, which I'll... $60. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll cop them. Which is kitties. What else do I really wear a lot?
surely like the Connie Lows, you like
Whenever
them?
I go out, I'll wear like if we go to like the club or a pub or something, I'll wear them because like
Yeah,
I don't mind
black and white, beat them up.
I don't mind getting them beat up.
Yeah, who cares?
Like I got the 70s of them because that way it's easy to clean on the midsole, and they're black. So all I got to do is just fucking spray them with the hose, basically, like
Legit, and let
that's
them air
it.
out.
And that's it. So I'll wear them consistently. But like I got heaps of like Jordans and shit I just don't wear. I did sell 2 pairs, but I sold my Gamma 11s.
Where'd you sell them?
I sold them on Marketplace.
How much?
$330, and they've been worn.
Shit, yeah.
Worn. They were worn, and the guy I said, look, he came in. Also, he was a cool dude. He was from Mountie, so he was a mad cunt. He was like, I was like, dude, look at him first, and then if you want him, get him. He's like, all right, bro. So he came to my house. He looked at him. He's like, yeah, bro, I'll cop him straight away. $330. They were on that day. Copped them, and then I sold my size 14 Jordan 11 win like 72. So basically the all reds.
Yeah.
And I liked them. I always wanted them, but they didn't come out the way I liked them. The red was a bit too dark. It wasn't as nice a red I thought. And then the Jordan Jumpman, it was supposed to be a white Jumpman. It was a black Jumpman. And the reason I wanted the white because it was a mellow PE. It didn't come out. I was like, eh. All I did was like they were sitting in my room just on they were dead stock, had everything in them. And I sold them for $430, which was pretty happy.
Fucking oath.
I was like, fuck yeah, bang, sold them.
It's harder selling those older Jordans as well. Like,
Bro, it is. But like the thing is, because I got a big foot, I got this group that I'm in, Big Feet Sneaks AU or Bigfoot Sneakers AU. Credit to them because like whenever I put shit out there, everybody wants them. Like,
fucking earth.
And like the only pairs I didn't sell was I put a couple of Jordan 13s that I didn't think I was going to sell lows, but then I'm going to end up just keeping them, just giving them to my old man. Like he can wear them. But there's one pair that I really like, and there was another pair I was like, eh. At that time I was just like minimalistic. I want to sell them, but I'm glad I didn't because I'll actually end up wearing them. I got a pair of Jordan 6 Gatorades that I've never worn. That I know Mossy's brother Kiz wants them, but they're too big. I was like, if he wants them, he can buy them for retail and he can try to size swap them. But I was just thinking, if I really want to sell them, the dead stock ones, I can just sell them to Real Deal. Because like, I don't care how much Real Deal will give me.
Or Cock X. If they're like an older Jordan, I'd bet you.
Yeah. Because the Gammas were going for like 800 on StockX, but like there was no way I was going to sell them. And then you know what the worst part was? Some flog on there. So I put them up for like $800, like $600. And he's like, there's no fucking way you're going to sell them. Who do you think you are? This, that. So I just like said to you, I said, bro, fuck off, like basically. And then he's like, oh, don't get so annoyed. I'm like, dude, don't even say that. You just like you try not to sell them, and then everybody else was like just hopped off him. I was like, shut up, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, so I sold a couple of them. So like, because I got a pair of Sean's that came in, not the Nike ones, the Sean Witherspoons, the Adidas ones. They were hot, not the newest ones, the second ones. The newest ones they're out there.
They are
out there.
They're like a hiking shoe.
Yeah. So I got them, and then I got some 992s, and then you sold me the neutral grey those, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I got these Vans. I got 2 pairs of Vans actually. Fuck.
What other Vans did you get?
The green ones Coach got too. The suedes.
Oh, yo.
They're sick, and so I like them.
The suede.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wear them when I coach, during the preseason. But yeah, no, they're going for like, fuck, they're going up. Fuck.
Last sale $734 on Gatorades in your size, but unfortunately, if you sell them the highest bid's pretty low.
And the thing is, that's mad. It comes with a really nice box. It comes with a towel.
Comes with a towel?
Yeah, because it's a Gatorade. It's a Michael Jordan Gatorade towel. It's fucking sick.
Keep a towel and just fucking chip off the...
That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I want to talk about that now because one of my favourite things is probably the last thing we'll talk about. I said one of my favourite things with sneakers, like when I got the Sean's, it came with 2 extra laces. It came with a cardboard fucking print that like told him why he made the shoe. Like, what's your favourite accessory when it comes to buying shoes? Is it the box? Is it extra laces? Is it like knickknacks?
I'm a bit of a sucker for a box.
Same. I reckon some of the boxes are sick.
Yeah.
Like some of those, like especially when you get like a like the Sean box, it's got like all the pictures. It's got like pictures of like the different colour plants he's putting on there and shit.
Yeah.
I reckon
See,
it's sick.
That's some sick
it's
shit.
Sick. Like especially when he did his other box with Nike. The Nike had the corduroy print in the Nike. I like that stuff. I like
that came with like a dust bag.
Yeah, it came with
a
heaps
pair
of
of
shit.
socks, with like a whole write up of like how he came up with the shoe. His signature was on the box. Yeah, that box is sick. Even like, bro, this is a long shot if anyone knows. Like the Concepts Green Lobster boxes, they come.
The Nikes, right?
Yeah, they come in literally like a lobster cage. Like, so when you get them, that's like a whole experience unboxing.
That's what I mean. It's an experience when you get through. Like, the Sean's that came with pink laces and yellow laces. I'll keep the white laces in because I think just the white laces are slick. Like, all that different shit, it's fucking mad.
Yeah.
It's mad.
Doesn't cost them much, and it makes a big difference when you like
Makes a
open a
big
shoe.
difference.
Or
And then you're like, fuck, I'll support at them. And then I'm like, at least I know if Adidas, they'll put a little bit more effort in.
100%.
And like these 990s, I'm going to end up buying them. They come with the cream laces. Like, they just pop. It makes the shoe look so much better than what it is.
Yeah.
Like, the shoe's a clean shoe. It's a 990 V3. It's always a nice shoe, but it just makes it look
Are they
so
like
better.
navy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Navy with a little bit of black. It's a different type shoe. It's a clean.
Have you seen these? The Jound, the JJJ
Yeah.
Jound.
The Jowns are always nice.
These ones, they look like
Yeah, they're
they're weird, aren't they?
I don't like them.
The black sole.
It doesn't look kiddies. But then you think about it, if they put a bit of a cream sole, it's basically the same V3 Genesis. Yeah, the patterns are nice. The patterns are very nice.
And then they look like a fucking dunk by you.
They look like a Jordan 1 low
They
for
look.
some reason. Like a kiddie, like the kiddies ones, not the OGs.
This is why you need a camera for the podcast, so I can show all the. Look at that. Show the viewers.
I've got one. I've got the new iPhone, so I was thinking about doing that. I just forgot to bring the tripod for it. But yeah, definitely. The camera is in the works, people.
DM sold asking for the camera. We can get the camera going because the camera would be sick.
It is. And then last question, last thing we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The sneaker you think that's going to be the apart from the Dunk Panda, right? Because obviously that's the best selling. What's the next best selling sneaker of this past year? Because basically the Pandas came out last year, right? The end of last year, or the start of this year. I'm not too sure.
I don't know.
What's been like the best selling? We'll just go model.
For me or for people?
For you, it doesn't have to be colorway. Just model.
Ooh. I've definitely sold the most Dunk lows.
Yep.
But trying to steer a little clear of like the norm. Jordan 4s.
Jordan 4s.
Jordan 4s this year have been nuts. They started with Oreo 4s, which I have, the all white and like a little bit of grey. They have UNC 4s, Lightning 4s, and then they have Torpe's 4s.
Yep.
And all of them have been really good holds. Like
all of them are nice. And the worst one is the Lightning Force for me, personally. But I think heaps of people like them. Heaps of OGs like them.
They came out in like 2004 originally.
Heaps of sneakerheads love them.
Yeah, and then no one could get them, and then now this like everyone's re-released.
It's like the Black Cat 4s. I wish I copped them back before.
Bro, you know they were sitting? They were sitting. I watched a video, they were sitting in stores, people getting them at outlets, now they're going for $1,000.
And I hope soon that they bring out the Military Force.
The Military Blues.
Not in the Golf.
I've got the Golf.
I know, but I want them to come out. I think,
they'd be sick.
I think it's a little bit lighter blue. I'm not too sure, but it's off the top of my head.
I don't even know. I couldn't believe how nice the golf shoes looked.
They are nice.
I remember Chris replied and was like, "You're selling golf shoes now?" I said, yeah, fucking nice golf shoes. Take the spikes off and it's a Jordan 4.
Yeah, I didn't know if they spice off, 100%.
Yeah, but I'd say Jordan 4s this year have been nuts. And the Oreos were nuts. Everyone was like selling them at like $350.
Yeah, now
when they first come out, now they're like $550, $600. It's crazy how much they've gone up in a short amount of time. So Jordan 4s.
They're blue chips for me, like Jordan 4s, the UNCs, Mockers, neutral grey lows.
Mockers are kind of fizzled a bit. I'm kind of sad about it. They're like kind of stopping.
That's good, man.
They kind of stopped at their price now, which is still fucking expensive.
Good for
like
people
$800.
It's good for people that don't have them.
Yeah, shit, yeah. But they did like a tiny re-release. And they went down a little bit.
So they do some so I can get a pair for a decent price.
Mate, if you were at Hurstville at 9 a.m, fuck.
Oh, fuck. If I knew, I would have been there. But
well,
anyway,
yeah, no one knew. It is what it is.
It is what it is. But guys, that is the episode for today. Another episode of Cash and Credit. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. If you do like this, make sure you let me know. Marcus is always keen to come on. But guys, thank you for listening. Make sure you have a great day. Thanks for listening to another episode of the Lanes Podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe all the content that's coming your way. Hit us up on Instagram at LanesMedia_, all under capitalized letters. Thanks for listening, guys, but most importantly, have a great day.